Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope the weekend treated you well. Mine was very good, actually. I did some dog sitting and I came home and my roommate installed doggy doors. So, yay. No more up and down with the dogs all night. So that's going to be awesome. Maybe mommy can get some sleep. We'll see. I don't know. Babysat for a little dog named Teddy this weekend. And it was fun. It was good. It was just one night. So the girls, I guess, were kind of missing mommy here at home. But I guess that happens, right? But all's well that ends well. I actually went to church today. Hadn't been in almost a month since I moved. So that was good. Talked about intuition today was the big topic of the day at church. So what is your intuition? You know what I learned that I found, I guess I kind of knew, but I didn't really, never really articulated it, is your intuition is the part of you that doesn't speak words. Interesting, right? So when you're in your Zen state of mind or whatever you want to call it, meditation, in the flow, and it's just a feeling. It might be a warmth or, oh my gosh, there's a word that they said today that I can't remember the word now, but I wish I could. Basically, it means when you start to like taste colors or smell sounds, those kind of like opposite. Oh my gosh, there's a word. It begins with an S. If you guys figure it out, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, so the new intuition practice, I guess, is to start journaling about such things and like pick a color, like maybe say red, and journal a little bit about what does that sound like to you. All right, interesting. So I'm going to try that tonight. Hope you guys will join me in this little quest for knowledge and intuition, intuitive hits, if you will. They did ask us to ask a question that should be answered this week. So why don't you guys do that now? Why don't you guys just take a deep breath with me? And let's ask a question. We'll get the energies for the day and we'll do the normal thing like we always do, but then maybe we'll answer a question at the end. All right, so everybody's got your question ready. Deep breath. All right, let's get the energies for the day. We've got the world in reverse. It did fall that way and I flipped it. I don't know. Is it in the reverse? Is it in the... We're going to go reverse. That's where it was. So we're trying not to end a cycle here. I feel like it should be in the upright, but it's repeating cycles. So I don't feel like this is necessarily a bad thing, okay? Guys, when we repeat cycles, if you notice, she's upside down. She's looking at this cycle from a different perspective now. Okay, she's flipped the world upside down on its head. She's got the world in her hands, literally, and she's directing it. She's directing it. This could talk about unfinished lessons, but what I think the unfinished part of this lesson is that you didn't play the teacher yet. You have to play the teacher at some point. Trying to get the non-glare. I know, the lighting, guys, I'm so sorry. But at some point in our journey, we are the students and then we're the teachers. And I feel like this energy here is, yes, you completed the student portion, but now you got to go back and be the teacher. So not altogether bad energy. Just got to repeat it from the other side, right? Break on through to the other side. Anyway, can I get some more information about this world? More information about the world, please. Ooh, and we've got the Seven of Swords in sideways. So you get to decide. You get to decide if it's the deceitful energy, the thief. That's what I see here. There's a bunch of thieves. Like they're stealing people's thoughts. They're stealing their words. They're dishonest in some way. But then in the reverse, it can be getting caught. Trying to make things right. Either way, it's the end of deception. Either way. Either you're getting caught and being deceiving. I mean, yeah, Either you're being deceiving. Sorry, guys. That glare is killing me. Either you're being deceiving or you're getting caught being deceiving. But either way, you get to decide. Is it the end of the deceit or not? Do you want to end the cycle as the student and become the teacher? Because I feel like whichever way you decide is going to flip that world upside down. Because remember in the beginning I said I wanted to, yeah, anyway, we'll talk about it at the end. The world ending will be decided on whether or not you stop deceiving yourself. And if you catch yourself, you know, there's times when we do certain things that we don't even realize we're doing and we catch ourselves doing it. And it's not a bad energy. It's this getting caught energy is not bad. It could be that you just saw it for the first time. You know, you saw it for the first time and you fixed it. And there might be residual karma from that. There might be something that comes back to you as a result of that. And really the only way to clear karma, guys, is with forgiveness. Cut the ties, cut the cords, cut the unfinished business. Karma is just unfinished business. If you can forgive yourself for whatever it was that you caught yourself doing, you can end the cycle. And then the star. Oh my gosh, you guys. Awesome. Star. You're making the call and hearing the call and following your true north. I mean, it's literally wishes come true, right? It's absolute bliss of your true north. Really, it's hope. It's miracles. It's clarity. I mean, look at the clarity coming down from divine. And look at the cycles, right? The Fibonacci sequence in there. Almost looks like a music note. And she's in the middle of it all. Like, maybe it's coming out from her. And I didn't think about that, going back to the universe. Which way is it going? Is it going in or out? I guess you get to decide that too. But it's the miracle that you've been asking for. The absolute miracle. I'm trying to set these up. See, I was playing with these things so that I could set cards up so we could see them. All right, cool. So tell me about this star. Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles is being a little bit frugal. It's holding back your resources and just waiting to see what's needed. Okay. It's that desire. You know, she's longing for some sort of security here. She's got the waterfalls behind her and her hair is almost falling in a waterfall, cascading down. And whatever you desire, the universe conspires to give you. There's that word conspire again. The Alchemist, guys, the Alchemist book talks about this a lot. The universe conspiring to give you what you want, and how those bad things that happen. Look at the rainbow back there. You can barely see it behind the waterfalls. And the levels, right? There's levels to this waterfall. And she's just on a tree stump in the middle of it. And just kind of dreamy, that dreamy energy. Yeah, that's what it is, a dream. Picturing her life the way she wants it. And being in that energy. That's what it is. She feels the energy of that. But where is she doing it? She can hear the water behind her. She's all alone. She's meditative, right? If you think about hearing the water from a waterfall, it's very meditative. You can almost get lost in it, kind of like staring at a fire. Very dreamy energy. So that, I feel like that's your miracle, is that you're able to see it now. You believe it. You're actually starting to believe whatever this is that is going to help all of this come to an end. You know, you're starting to stop deceiving yourself, that you are worthy of this miracle, that you can have this miracle, and now you can even see it. We talked about manifestation being the, you gotta wish it, then you gotta imagine it, and then you dream it, imagine it, and visualize it. Yeah. I think that's how I said it last week. I'm trying to make sure I get the words right, but understanding that you're the only one holding you back. Your decisions are what's putting you here. All of these cards, upright or reversed, decide on you, or are dependent on your decision, whether or not you want to deceive yourself, or do you want to stay awake, you want to be awake? Or do you want to be asleep? Do you want to see the truth of the way things are? Or do you want to just continue to put your sins on someone else, for someone else to carry for you and cleanse yourself and make yourself innocent again, I guess is the word I'm trying to say. So I'm thinking, the reason I'm kind of stuttering here, we talked this morning in Bible study about, obviously it's, Easter's coming up. So we were talking about Easter, and it's Palm Sunday. And even though it's Monday, sorry. I realized that I'm recording this on Sunday, but it's for Monday. Maybe it's for Sunday. I don't know. Maybe I'll post it as a Sunday message. Who knows? Let's see. But it looked like we could decide, right? Oh my gosh. Anyway, Palm Sunday, back to Palm Sunday. So Palm Sunday, Pontius Pilate gave the townspeople the option of releasing one prisoner. There was Jesus Barabbas, and then there was Jesus the Savior. And he knew because they had turned Jesus the Savior in through jealousy that they would never release him, that they would release Barabbas. So he made them decide, which is really, if you think about it, kind of manipulative, because they already knew what they were going to do. And he even said in the Bible, my hands are clean. This man's blood is not on my hands, it's on yours. Well, I'm sorry to say, guys, it's not. It was on his hands too, because he conspired to make these people do what he knew they would do. Like, he used that to his advantage. That's manipulative energy, guys. That doesn't make his hands clean. And when you blame somebody else for the things that you do, we talked last week about, yes, no, it's not your fault that you were pained in some way, or you were abused, or you were hurt in some way, damaged in some way. No, it's not your fault. But you know what? It is your job to heal it. It just is. Like, that blood is on your hands. It's one way or another. It's up to you to fix it. And this dreamy energy of seeing things the way they could be after you answer the call, after you're able to imagine it, after you're able to find what's true for you, right? Not what's true for everybody else, not what everybody else wants you to do in your life, in the world. You decide to stop deceiving yourself, and then you follow your truth, and then you start to imagine it, okay? Start to imagine it. And the last card for the day is Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this is your new beginning and resources, but it's kind of stalled out. And I feel like that's just using what you already have. You don't need anything new to get this. You already have everything you need. Ace of Pentacles it's kind of a little bit greedy and it's stressing out about money. But what this is telling me here, guys, is you don't need a new way to do this. You already have the resources. Call on the resources that you already have. You are the pearl at the bottom of the ocean. You are the string of pearls. You are the resources. The resource is you. You don't need anything new. So stop stressing about it. It's not going to help anything, first of all. And then you're just going to conspire to create more of that, right? With that Four of Pentacles energy. And you got Two Pentacles and Swords. So you're thinking a lot about your resources. You're thinking a lot about your money. And you're starting to see something that you hadn't seen before. Something you can imagine. Something you can actually see, feel, touch, believe. You have to believe that it's possible, you guys. You have to believe it. And once you believe it, once you stop deceiving yourself, once you stop telling yourself, I'm not worthy of this, once you get rid of that energy, you can close out this cycle. And then you can teach others. You can repeat this cycle as the teacher and teach people how to do this. And it's a beautiful energy. Think what you're good at. What can you teach somebody? What can you imagine yourself being a teacher with? Because this is a very mentor type energy, very guru kind of energy. I feel like is coming through. You're the guru, right? You didn't think you could be, but you were deceiving yourself, and now you can see yourself as the guru. You're starting to see that you had clarity. You're starting to see exactly how much growth you have had in the last, 2 months, 2 years, 2 decades, whatever. But you have grown, and now you can see it. And you are the resource. You don't need to stress about money anymore. That's what Spirit's telling you here. Let's get a Mermaid Oracle for advice. Communication. I think we had this last week. communicate. You know, she's talking to the turtle, but look at her. She's got willing hands. She's got willing hands. Can you communicate without words? You know, I talked a little bit in the beginning about your intuition being that part of you that doesn't use words. So, can you communicate without words? Use your body language. Pay attention to your body language. Pay attention to your intuition, because that is the part that doesn't speak. Can she see what the turtle is saying? Because they obviously don't speak the same language. But it looks like they're communicating. His hand is up, her hand is open. They're both receptive to this communication that's going to go on between them. And they're underwater. They're feeling that water is emotion. They're underwater. They're using all of their emotions to have this communication between them. And that's what's going to be necessary. That's your advice for today, is communicate without words if you can. Communicate with your feelings. Communicate with your body language. You know, there's a million different ways that we can communicate, guys, without words. And we need to just really start to embrace that. Start to embrace our intuition, embrace our receptive energies, and then put out there into the universe what it is we want, and imagine it and expect it. Don't worry about it. When you worry about it, that's when it doesn't come. So let's get a chakra card, just because, I don't know, because we can. Give me a chakra card for today. Chakra card for today. Sorry, this reading was kind of weird, guys. I'm still getting used to doing them the day before. And somebody had told me, or mentioned, they're like, well, do you think it's really authentic if the energies aren't there for today? And I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to the old way. We'll see. Solar plexus chakra, topaz. Manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. So once you start to see it, once you imagine it, and you see the miracle come through, you can get rid of this doubt. Bottom line, I mean, it just, you start to see the proof is in the pudding, as they so, or so they say. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk today, you guys. I'm so discombobulated. But it's seeing the fruits of your labor that give you confidence, and then you can believe. So try to manifest something small. I think in Abraham Hicks, they talk about manifesting a parking spot. I think most of you know this trick already. You manifest like the front row parking spot on a Saturday afternoon at Walmart. And then once you realize you can do that, I mean, then you can do anything, because now you have the belief, right? You just need that little spark of the belief to get you going. So I'm going to leave it there. We'll talk in a minute, guys. Happy Monday again, and happy Sunday for those of you that are watching it on Sunday. Love you so, so much. Love and light. Hey, guys. How's it going? I know. It's Sunday. It's Monday. I don't know what day it is. I still don't know what day it is. Today it's Sunday, but I'm reading for Monday. So here we go. We had two names today, Teddy and Abraham. And we had a song from the Doors, Break On Through to the Other Side. So, yeah, a little bit of this Sunday, Monday energy. So, I don't normally read on Sundays, and I'm trying to practice this reading the day before for the energies, so that you guys can get them at a decent hour in the morning instead of waiting till the evening. But we'll play around with it. We'll see what goes on this week. And really, I guess, I mean, that in and of itself is a message. It's try something new. You know, try something new. We like our routines, and that gives us our stability and our safety, but then we got to switch it up sometimes too. So there's that. At the beginning, I talked about your intuition being the part of you that doesn't speak words. And actually, I kind of had a hard time with my words today. I couldn't remember that one word. Still can't remember it. I got a little tongue-tied at one point. You have to like feel with your intuition, right? Like you'll get chills. I know one of my friends gets chills when it's her message, when it's her intuition. Some people get a high-pitched ring in their ear when it's their intuition. Some people might taste something. I know someone that happens to. He can taste it when it's his intuition. So yeah, I mean, use all of your senses, guys. It's not just words. Or like me, I'll hear a song, or I'll see the scene from a movie sometimes. You know, it's sometimes it's just, you just have to be open to it. Have to be open to it. But it might not be, and more than likely will not come in the form of words. I can remember talking to my friend, I don't know, probably a year ago. And it was a very intuitive time for us. And I remember telling her, I got an entire movie in my head in one scene. If that makes sense to you, that's intuition. All right. So then I was talking about, when I was talking about feeling and warmth, I was lining up the card holders. It was your feeling and your warmth. So sometimes people get really, really warm. Like your body temperature will change drastically. It'll get really cold or really hot when it's your intuition. Then I talked about the color red. Why I picked red, I don't know. Red is indicative of your root chakra. It's that safety net, if you will. It's that part of us that keeps us safe. People talk about being in this fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode and how terrible it is. But guys, it's there for a reason, you know. It keeps us safe. And a lot of the things that we've been conditioned or trained or figured out, they were done by Spirit, Source, God, Creator, Universe to keep us safe. And maybe it's time to let some of those go, but some of those can turn into strengths. Some of those can be your superpower, if you will. Figure out a way to use it for good, right? Surviving, or the evolution of the human race and of any animals really, comes from their root chakra, their drive to survive, and they adapt. And that is a survival skill. If you can adapt and evolve, comes from your root chakra. So there's nothing wrong with that. You don't want to stay there a lot. It's a very stressful way to be. You know, your pupils dilate so that you can take in more information, and then it focuses in on the threat, if you will. But use that to your advantage. Understand that that's the mode that you're in, and take in the information you take in, and use it for good. Use your powers for good. All right. Let's see. I talked about unfinished. Think that the unfinished part of the unfinished part is the teacher, is being the teacher. So with the world card, when I did that, when I was talking about that, I said the world card talks about unfinished cycles. And then I said, I think the unfinished part is the teacher. And there was glare on the card when I said that. And the whole reading really is about your intuition being the part that doesn't speak. Well, if I talk about it being unfinished, but I feel like it's unfinished because you need to be the teacher. So I feel like that in and of itself was a message. Then I said, when I said it was deceiving, that deceiving energy, I stopped at the minute I said the word deceiving, and I said the glare is killing me. Guys, when there's a glare on the card and you can't really discern what the picture is, think about what that means in life. Like, when is the glare so bright that you can't see what's in front of you? Your brain will try to fill in the gaps, try to build the picture for you, because your brain doesn't like limbo. It doesn't like unfinished things. It will try to fill it in, and it doesn't always fill it in the right way. You could be deceiving yourself in situations maybe that you're in relationships, you know. Oh God, here's a good example. I remember one time before I got married, my ex-husband, had come home late from work. It was like 2 hours late from work. And of course I was beside myself. He wasn't answering his phone, and there was, I didn't even think, did we even have cell phones back then? I don't even know. Whatever. Or he wasn't at work. For whatever reason, it was 2 hours late. I was upset. Right away, I catastrophize. Right? I jumped to the conclusion. Oh, he's cheating on me. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's dead. He's in a hospital. He's this. He's that. All of these catastrophes. And he came home with an engagement ring. My brain tried to put the pieces together, and it was completely wrong. And give yourself, guys, time to see what it is you can't see. Let the glare subside. turn the card so that you can't see the glare anymore and let things come into focus. And that will help. Let's see, the world ending. And I said, catch yourself. You catch yourself. You catch yourself in these old habits. It's going to be, you're kind of going to want to beat yourself up about it. Don't do that. Be grateful that you see it and fix it. Then I talked about cutting ties, cutting cords, and unfinished business. So that's karma. That's all karma is, guys. It's unfinished business. If you are holding a grudge against someone, then you're creating karma with that person. If you're holding a grudge against yourself, you're creating your own karmic lesson. We came here to learn how to love unconditionally, and that means love everyone, including ourselves, unconditionally. By virtue of that, if we have any conditions left, then we repeat karmic cycles. So just so you know. So now we're going to get into kind of, a little more of the weird symbolism that happened. So the card fell sideways. Oh no, the card fell on the star when I said that we were holding back. The card fell on the star. And then that was the Four of Pentacles. I talked a lot about cascading and waterfalls. Think about what cascades down. Blessings. Your blessings cascade down. Pay it forward would be an example of that. Then I said bad things happen. I was about to finish a thought when I said bad things happen, and I stopped and I said, look at the rainbow on the card. Bad things are going to happen, guys. Find the rainbow in it. You can't have a rainbow without rain. Then I talked about dream, imagine, and visualize. And I started playing with the acronym of that because I'm in social work at school, and everything is a flippin' acronym. Everything. But this one is DIV. D-I-V. DIV. Divide. Divine. Dream, imagine, visualize. So do you want to divide it, or do you want to divine it? Or you guys get to decide. If you divine it, it's dream, imagine, visualize in what? In your mind, right? Manifest it. When I said the word stuttering, the camera moved. And again, talking a lot today about not talking and stuttering. Think about stuttering is when your brain is working faster than your mouth can keep up, at least. In my case, when I stutter, that's usually what that means. I know that there's probably a medical thing for it, and there's a whole explanation for that. I don't know what that is. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to be. I'm telling you what it means when I stutter. So that's that. When I said I realized, the star card fell sideways. I think what that meant is you're starting to realize that you manifest your own miracles. You get to decide what those miracles are. Because that's what sideways is, right? In our readings, it's you get to decide. I was talking about Pontius Pilate, and I was saying how he didn't want the blood on his hands, and I said it's on yours, right? If you recall, I was talking about your healing and stuff, and I said it's on yours. It's on yours to heal it. And I pointed to the Drink Me potion behind me that my friend Mike made for me, and which oddly enough is red, and blood is red. There's blood on your hands are red, right? It's on yours. The Drink Me potion, think about what that does. It made her, did it make her bigger or smaller? I can't remember. I think it made her smaller. Either way, smaller or bigger. It was the opposite of whatever she needed to be to walk through the tiny little door. So I think it made her smaller. So if you drink the potion, guys, it could make you smaller, just so you know. But it's yours. It's yours to decide whether or not you want to drink that potion. Are you going to take the red pill or the blue pill? Basically is what that boils down to. When I was talking about follow your truth, my dog started barking. Big time barking. And then I said, you are the pearl. And I hit the Four of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles card. So you are the pearl. Imagine that you are the pearl. Then I talked about conspiring. When I said the universe conspires to give you what you want, and I happened to hit the star card. The universe conspires to give you miracles every day, but you have to recognize them and see them and be grateful for them. I said you're starting to see yourself as the guru, and the dogs went ballistic again. Guys, you have so much more knowledge and so much more expertise than you give yourself credit for. You have a lot. Really, really think about what you've been through, what you've overcome, and what you are here to teach, because our lesson, our mission on this planet, if you will, the things that you heal within yourself are what you're here to heal within others. Look at your Chiron placement in your birth chart, and it will give you a clue. All right, look at that Chiron placement. My Chiron placement is first house. No, it's not first house. It's Aries in the ninth house. Aries in the ninth house. Aries being about my self-esteem, about putting myself first, about having a selfish attitude, if you will, but in a good way. And then also the ninth house being the house of higher education. And I'm in college. So put all those things together, you know, you heal it with higher knowledge. For me, anyway. Anyway, look at your Chiron placement. It'll give you a clue. And then I talked about willing hands. So I figured to explain. I think I've explained it before, but willing hands are when you have your hands palm up. You see a lot of gurus meditate with their palms up. And that is literally the universal sign of peace. I'm showing you my palm. I mean you no harm. And when you're showing it like this way, like to a dog, that's actually, if you're approaching a dog, guys, for the record, don't go in to pet the dog with your palm down. Go in with your palm up, so they can smell and see that you mean them no harm, and then they'll be a little more receptive to you. And that's how you show reception to the universe, and you show that you're receptive. That's your body. It's a body language trigger, if you will, for your brain to say, I'm willing, I'm submissive, I'm not submissive, surrendering to the divine. Intuition is without words, and you have to be able to receive that without words. You might not ever be able to articulate it, but you'll know it. It'll be a knowing within you. Embrace that intuition. And in the beginning of the video, we talked about a question, and I never really answered it or said it was the answer in the video, but I knew when I was watching it, the chakra card was your answer to whatever question it was you had. And the chakra card was, of course, the manifestation. So your answer is have confidence. Believe it. And you will manifest it. Whatever it is that you are asking about, you need confidence in order to make it happen. To see the fruits of your labor. You've done it before. Think back to when you've done it before. Whatever it was you asked about, you've already done it once. Do it again. See it, believe it, manifest it. Try the parking spot trick. I don't know, something about the parking spot, the Walmart parking lot on Saturday afternoon. Maybe that's where you're going to meet somebody. I don't know. But your answer was to practice your manifestation with your intuition and with your dreaming, with your imagining, and with your visualizing. All right? Maybe, I don't know, go to Walmart this Saturday and try a parking spot trick. Who knows? Maybe something will happen. All right, I'm going to leave it there because that was a little bit goofy. But we'll talk again soon, guys. Much love and light.